Hello everyone, welcome to Geeks for Geeks. So let's talk about today's problem. Our problem name is max distance between same elements. So let's first read the question. Our question is, given an array ARR with repeated elements, the task is to find the maximum distance between two occurrences of an element, right? So here the node point is given to us. You may assume that every input array has repetition, right? Okay, so here the first example is this, right? Let's say the examples. So in this case, we are given the examples like 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, right? So in this case, 1 have multiple occurrence, right? So node point is that particular point, right? 2 has multiple occurrence, so that's the point. So we just have to find the maximum distance of value of element which having the same occurrence, right? You just have to calculate the maximum distance. Okay, so if you see in this case, one will be occurred here, right? And one will be occurred here and one will be occurred here, right? So it means the starting index of your one will be 0, right? Can we say that? Yes, we can say that, right? Now if I see this particular element, right? So here this particular element will be at index 1, right? So if I take the difference between two values, two indexes, that will be 1, right? Okay, 1 minus 0 will be 1, right? Okay, so if I take the one which is at the last, right? So what's the difference? This is the starting index, this is the ending index, right? Both are 1 now, right? We just have to take the difference, right? So in this case, if I take the difference, 5 minus 0 will be 5, right? Okay, so let me store the answer here. Very first, I just stored 1. After that, I just replace like 5, right? Okay, now let me make answer will be 5 right now. Okay, now if you see, with the help of 1, we store the values whichever the maximum we have. So see, 2 will be started at 2 index, right? So what is the last index of 2? If you see in the array, so it will be 4, right? So if I take the difference between two values, that will be 4 minus 2, which is 2, which is less than answer. So that's why I don't update my answer. So in this case, what's my output? 5 is my output, right? Okay, now let's see in this case. Okay, so if I see 3 will be here, right? Okay, we don't have 3, right? It means we cannot take the difference of any value with 3, right? Okay, now let's take with the help of 2, right? Now 2 will be here. See the ending part of 2, right? Where it is. Here we have 2, here we have 2. So in this case, it's 11, it's 1. So what's the difference between that particular part? It's 10, right? Okay, let me see. Yeah, it will be 1 base. Okay, so in this case my answer will be right now 10, right? Let me make answer will be 10, right? Okay, after that if I ignore 2 now, if I take the 1 part, so last value of 1 will be this, so it will be 2, right? No need to update your answer. After that we have 4, so this is the starting of 4, this is the ending of 4. If you take the difference, that will be 5, which is less than my 10, right? Okay, 5 is alone and 8 is alone, 6 is alone, 7 is alone. Okay. So it means my output in this case is also 10, right? So that's the intuition to solve this, right? Okay, I hope you understand the problem first. Now, I hope you guess like what we have to do in this case. So, okay, so what we have to do in this case, okay, let's take the example of this to solve this problem first. Okay, so what I'm doing is I simply make an I simply make a map, right? Okay, what I'm doing in this particular map is I see, hey, one, are you in my map? They said, no, I am not in your map. So what I did is I just make one. What is the index of that particular one? 0, right? Okay. Now after that, if I go forward and again we have 1. So what we have to do is I'm happy because 1 have 2 occurrence. So I'm asking, hey, your occurrence will be 1. Yeah, 1 will be in my map. Hey, please give me the occurrence of that particular part. They said 0. It means I simply take 1 minus 0 will be 1. And right now, currently what I'm doing is I simply make my answer variable and store the value right now 1, because the previous maybe it's 0, right? Okay, after that I go forward, right? We are at 2. I'm asking, hey map, you have 2? They said no, we don't have. So what I'm doing is it means this particular 2 will be occurred first time, right? Okay, so what I'm doing is, hey 2, your first occurrence of 2 will be 2 at index 2, right? Okay, after that what I'm doing is I go forward and this particular 2, I'm again asking map, you have 2? They said yes. Okay, they said please give me the index of yours where it is present. They said add 2 index, I will be 3, so I minus 2 will be 3 minus 2 will be 1, which is same, right? So in this case I don't want to update the value, And please make sure, please do not update your value of index of 2 again, right? Because I want extreme left, right? Okay, okay. Let's move forward. Now, when I move forward, again we have to, right? What I'm asking, hey map, you have 2. They said, yes, we have, right? What is the index? Where it is present? They said at 2, right? Okay. Now, in this case, I minus 2 will be 2, right? 4 minus 2 will be 2. What I'm doing is I simply update my answer, which is 2 right now. Okay. After that, again I move forward, right? Which is 1. Again I'm asking you to map. You have 1. They said, yes, we have 1. So what I'm doing is, please give me the index, which is extreme left. They said, okay, let's take 0. So I minus 0 will be 5, which is greater than my previous value. What I'm doing is, I simply update my answer, right? 5, right? Okay. In that case, if you move out of bound, right? Whatever the answer will be stored in your array, variable answer, that's your answer, right? So what I'm doing is, I simply return 5 as my answer, right? So what you have to do is, please take this particular array as an input and do the same try run by round, right? Okay, let's do the code now. Okay, so first of all, what I'm doing is, I simply make a map, right? And we know that my key will be integer and my value will be integer. Let's make the name as m, right? Okay. After that, what I'm doing is, I simply have to traverse my array, right? Where n will be the size. Let's first declare the size, which is array dot size. Okay. Now we have two options. Either my that particular value is present or do not present. If it's present, what we have to do, right? So I simply ask, hey, this particular value is present in your map, right? Okay. In that case, what we have to do is, we just have to update my answer. Remember, answer will be max of whatever answer we have, and I right now, the extreme right part where I am standing, right? I minus extreme left, which is present in your map, right? I am asking from map, please give me the extreme left part, right? Okay. So for that, first we just have to declare the answer, which is 0, right? Okay. So if your map said I don't have, what we have to do is, we just have to insert, right? We just have to insert, hey, array of I as your key, please insert that particular index into it, right? Okay. Now in this case, your insert will be helpful for, do not repeat your index again, right? If you use the insert part here, right? In that case, if the particular value index is present, right? So they do not overwrite the part, right? If it's not present, they simply insert that part, right? If one value is already present at some index, so they do not take care about that. They do not update that part, right? That's the flow of your insert part, right? Okay. Now let's see it's working fine now. Okay, yeah, the compilation is good. Let's submit and check. Okay, yeah, whole test case pass. Now let's talk about the time complexity and space. So what's my time complexity is simple. What we are doing is, we simply traverse my array, right? And we just do the find operation, right? And insert operation. We know that in hashing, it's order of 1, right? On an average part. So it will be order of n will be my time complexity. And we are using the order unordered map here. So that particular part will take order of n space, right? So what's my time? Time is order of n, and what's your space? Space is also order of n, right? Okay, that's it. So hope you understand the intuition and solution. Thank you so much.